Now, one of the questions that I would like to start with here is, why must students prepare for these tests, the GAT, SAAT? And honestly, it's very surprising how much students, sometimes, often actually, very good students, are not aware of the importance of the SAAT test and the GAT test. These two tests are extremely important if you are aiming to join a Saudi university. Why? Simply because the admission requirements at these universities mandates that you score high in SAT and GAT. In fact, in some scenarios where I will show you an example now, the weight of the GAT and the SAT score is larger than the weight of your GPA in school. Yet we see very often students that are very brilliant, very smart, very active, very focused on their studies. They are not paying enough attention to GAT or SAT, and they are focusing almost entirely on their school GPA. And that's risky because you might end up taking a GPA of 100 or 99 or 98. Brilliant. But if the SAT test comes and you are not ready, you will not score high, and therefore your cumulative weighted ratio or weighted percentage, which is called in Arabic النسبة الموزونة, okay, that is going to be the judge of your admission at the university. That نسبة موزونة or weighted average is not going to be high enough for you to be admitted. And we see time and time again that students who are very smart, unfortunately, not fully aware of this fact, and they start preparing for the SAT and the GAT either late in the game, right before the test, or they don't take it seriously. And honestly, it's unnerving. And I even have relatives in my family. I ask them as students, have you started preparing for the SAT? He's like, yeah, but you know what? I just, flip through some book and, a couple weeks before the test, I think I'm gonna be fine. And that's extremely risky because we're talking about your future here. Okay, you don't need to risk your future by just making such assumptions. I'm sorry, just because you don't want to put the effort to prepare. The problem in preparing for the SAT and the GAT is that it is driven by the student itself. يعني the school GPA, why do students focus on the school GPA? Because everybody is watching. The school teachers, the friends in the school, of course, the family, the parents, everybody is looking at your GPA, your school GPA, and you are used to improving your school GPA since you are 6 years old. But GAT and SAT, you are the driver. You are the boss. You are the leader of this preparation journey. And unless you really take this ownership, not much will be done, and therefore you will miss the opportunity. Allah forbid. Yeah. So that's why it's very important that we pay attention. I mean, look at this example. King Fahd University of Petroleum and Minerals, which is considered one of the best universities, if not the best university in the Middle East, 40% of the admission is dependent on SAAT, 50% on GAT. And the school GPA, the weight of the school GPA is only 10%. Maybe you will get 100% in your school, and it's only 10% of your overall score that KFUBM looks at. They will multiply your GAT score so that it's 50% of the weight, and SAT 40%. All you can get out of your school GPA is 10%. And that's very competitive. You need to be aware of the importance of these two tests. The best students are the ones who pay attention to all three, of course. Okay, but definitely don't pay attention only to a school GPA and ignore the rest if you are aiming to be a student at a Saudi university. Now, what are the challenges that are unique to international school students? First of all, as I said, the lack of awareness. They are not aware. يعني they are maybe focused on certain curriculums in their international schools. They are not fully يعني connected with the reality of the GAT, SAT. They don't know what to do. They don't know how important this is. And this is why such a session, I believe, is an eye-opener for you. Okay? The second thing is the lack of resources. طيب أنا يلا okay, now I want to prepare. What do? You go, you don't see a lot of books in Jarir bookstore or any other bookstore. You don't see a lot of books on SAAT and GAT. You will see very minimal. يعني compared to القدرات and تحصيلي books in Arabic, in Jarir, there you will see a full wall, يعني multiple shelves covered with hundreds, maybe at least dozens of books. Whereas if you go to look for SAAT and GAT books, sometimes, very often, and I have done this myself, you go to Jarir, they tell you we ran out of books. There are no books for SAAT, or there is only 2 titles that you can choose from. So that's a challenge we have to recognize. And we will talk about how to cover this, inshallah. We will give you examples on how to improve on this. For the lack of courses, we believe that one of the best ways to prepare for these tests is to take a quality course. Now, again, you go to Qudarat or Tahsili in Arabic, you will see hundreds of providers of these courses. But in English, we are not talking about somebody who claims he can teach SAAT or GAT only. We want quality courses. We are talking about your future here. I'm not going to give my future to a provider of training that is lousy or that is not quality enough. I want to make sure that I will attend a very good course that really genuinely provides excellent training for my test preparation. Okay, and that's also something, inshallah, we will be talking about. Now, regarding the SAAT, what time are the tests? The tests are the test dates that you need to be aware of are as follows, and we have just updated these today. Actually, they have changed the dates just today. Yani, I don't know if you are lucky, but I think you are, because now you are seeing the fresh news. Registration period, and you can go to the Qiyas website and register to take the SAT test. The registration period is between 24 of February until May 6, until May 9. This is for males. For the females, for the girls, you can go starting from March 2nd until May 9. This is just to go and register. And you go, you book the date and the location, when and where you will take the test. Now, what time is the test? Which dates are for the exam itself? The first period, you will see later that you will have 2 attempts, يعني محاولتين, 2 attempts to do the SAAT or تحصيلي. But the first period to take the test is May 8 to May 12. It's 1 week. The second period, look at this, it's only 10 days apart. The second period is May 22nd to May 26th. يعني from now until May, you have to do your very best to prepare for this test. Okay, so this is very important. Now we will have one of our trainers, a very dear friend, a very excellent trainer, who we are proud to have with us with Leen Training Center for several years, is Mr. Hassan Al-Hadar, who has a master's degree in mathematics from Indiana University. He's also a certified trainer by the National E-Learning Center, and he has more than 10 years experience in teaching Qiyas tests and gifted students on Mawhiba tests. So I would like to welcome Mr. Hassan Al-Hadar to give his remarks on the SAAT test in more detail. Mr. Hassan, would you like to swap the sharing, or would you like me to handle the transition of the slides?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Good evening, everyone. I'll share the slide from my side. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Muhammad, for your introduction, and welcome everyone for this session here, we talk about the preparation for SAAT tests. Now, let's just talk a little bit about the test and just be more active so you can save time, okay? The reason for this test, guys, is that universities want to make sure that the students are ready for their standards, okay? And to do that, they have to measure all the students, not only for their GPA. Okay, the GPA is easy to get higher GPA, but to make sure they are good, they have to measure them. So this test, SAAT, and the other test you guys know, which is GAT, are for this reason. Okay, now this test, SAAT, is for a student in the 12th grade. So if you're in the 12th grade, then you can take this test this year. And as Mr. Muhammad have said, you have two chances to take the test, okay? Now, what's this test about? This is about achieving, like how much you have achieved in both, in all these sections, biology, chemistry, physics, and mathematics, okay? You have two chances, twice a year. It's gonna be in May, and the duration of the test is 2.5 hours. I'm going to be fast in this information. Since we have said the test is chemistry, physics, biology, and math, it's not only in the 12th grade, it's going to be in the 10th grade, 11th grade, and the 12th grade. But the percent is different. There is 20% of the 10th grade, 30% 11th grade, and half of the test in the 12th grade, okay? Now, from where can I get the material for the test? It's about the Saudi national curriculum, the curriculum in high school, the public high school in Saudi Arabia. Okay, now the test is about sections. Each section consists of 20 questions. So you have to spend time in each section. Once the time is up, you can move on to the next section. Okay. You want to prepare. So the best and the correct way to start preparing is to make a complete review of all tests, what we call them in Arabic, tajmi'at. It's not a wise idea to go through your textbook. Okay, you're going to have from 10 to 14 textbook to study, and this you can't handle that. So the best way to go through tajmi'at. Okay, there are like some formulas you have to know before you take the test, which is important to be ready and memorize them, because they're not going to give you all the formulas for chemistry, math, and etc. in this test. So you have to memorize some of them. Remember this one, this test is timed and all the questions are multiple choice questions, so there is no lengthy computation in solving the problems, okay? And also, if you get a problem and you know the answer, you don't have to do any calculations to make sure it's correct. So just do it, save time, okay? And this is important, there is no penalty for wrong answers. Make sure that you can just answer all the questions, and you have to learn to eliminate bad choices. And we're going to see that. And also you have to learn how to keep track of time. Okay, they're gonna tell you that 5 minutes left. That's it. By the end of each section, they're gonna say 5 minutes left. So you have to learn how to time yourself. Okay. Now let's just go through some ideas about the math section, okay, because I have specific time here. Now, if we're talking about the math section, we have three different type of problems. One of them, where you have to recall facts and basic concepts. So there is no calculation is needed. Well, we call it either you know it or not. That's it. There is other type of questions where you have to use information in a new situation, where we call it an application. You have to apply some information in a new situation, which is like an application. This is the most of the math question in the test, okay? Also, to have to be like with higher grade, you have to draw some connections. So like some problems of the test where you have to draw some connections among some ideas, where you have to analyze the question and synthesizing all the ideas together, okay? This one is there in the test. It's not most of the test, okay? Most of the test is this one, where you have to use information in a new situation. Let me go through this problem here. Like for this one, it's from Tajmi'at. It says the center of the circle. Do you guys know the answer for this one? If you know the answer, just type it in chat. Yes, the answer is easy. Yes, why? Because this one here, just you have like to recall basic concepts, isn't it? So this is inside the test. Okay. Why? Because we know that this is the general formula for a circle in a plane, two-dimensional plane, and the center is h and k with the opposite sign. So this is going to be 2, which is x. This is going to be -1. So what is 2 and -1? Here we go. So this is there in the test. Okay, good, good. Another one with similar idea like this one, easy and basic, where you have to give into matrices and they're asking you to find the value of x. Can we find the value of x for this one? Yes, easy, isn't it? Why? This is also like with basic concepts. We know that with matrices, okay, element in this place is similar to this element. So they are equal. So that means -3 is equal to x plus 3, isn't it? That means x, when I move 3 to the other side, is going to be -3, -3. That means x is going to be -6. Okay, so this is easy and fast, isn't it? Now this is easy. Okay. Now the most of the question of the test is going to be about using information in a new situation. So here is this problem here. This one is about when we're talking about roots, okay? So if I ask you that, how many roots are there? How many roots? Can you tell me? 3, yes. We have 1 here, 2, 3. So the answer is 3. Now, but we need to use this information in a new situation. So here is the most problems with this test. Now, if I ask you this question, can you tell me what are the factors of this polynomial? Can you tell me what are the factors? Now we know that we have three roots, which is -4, -1, and 4. But can you tell me what are the factors? Do we know the difference between a root and a factor? Like if I ask you, like, give me one root, you're gonna tell me, okay, this is gonna be x, which is equal to -4, isn't it? This is one root. Yes? But if I ask you to find the factors, you're going to move -4 to the other side, isn't it? So the factors are going to be x plus 4, yes, x minus 4, and x plus 1. Because the root in here is x, which is equal to 4. So the factor of this one is going to be x minus 4. Does this make sense, you guys? Like for this one here, the root is x, which is equal to -1, and the factor is x plus 1. Does this make sense? Are we good in this one? No. Good. So the idea is we have to use this information in a new situation. Okay? So now I've talked like the difference between roots and factors. So we've seen them, we know them. Now here is a problem here. For this one here, it says one of the following is a factor of this polynomial. This is from Tajmi'at. Yes? Now, in a test, in an actual test, I have to pay attention for time, isn't it? So to pay attention for time, at least I have to be able to eliminate one or two bad choices. So this is one skill you have to train yourself before you take the test, isn't it? Now, what does it mean for something to be a factor of f? If something is a factor of f, let's say r is a factor of f, that means f of r has to be what? What's f of r? Is it going to be just 0? Yes? So this is the idea I need. No, there is no calculator. Okay? There is no calculator, so you have to be fast. Okay? Good. So we know that I have to plug in, if I plug in a factor, okay, inside the polynomial, I'm going to get 0. Okay, now, do I really have to plug in for this one? I have to plug in 1, and for this one, I have to plug in 2, because we know that there is a difference between a root and a factor, okay? And for this one, I have to plug in -1, and for this one, I have to plug in -2. Now, you have to be smart, and you have to look. So, do you think if I plug in either 1 or -1, I'm going to get 0? Like, quick look. Am I going? No. So then you know that you can eliminate bad choices without any calculation. It's going to be easy that if you plug in 1 or -1, it's not going to be 0, because here you have -12. So you know that this is bad and this is bad. So you're good. So you're stuck with 2 options, B and D. Now, do you really have to plug in numbers, or can you tell, since this is -12, do you think you're going to plug in positive or negative number? Which one is going to give you 0? The positive number. So you're done. So this is where you have to use information where there is a factor, there is a root, there is a plus and minus, okay? Too many information, you have to put them in one situation. Now, the thing you have to pay attention to, you don't have to go through too many lines. The test is not about going to write down many lines. It's about that if you know all the information you need, you can just find the answer without any calculation. Do you guys see that? Like, I've talked maybe fast because we have as limited time, but what I was saying here, if you know the information that you need, you can do the problem without any calculation. Okay, let me go to other one. Now, for this one here, I have to find the solution of 2 sine squared theta plus sine theta, which is equal to 1. Now, for this one here, this is the third type of the problems, okay, in the test. This is inside the test. So you have to pay attention for these type of problems, because these ones who is going to give you a higher grade, okay? The score is going to be high, because with this one, we have to draw connections among ideas. Now, to do this one, it's not a wise idea to plug in numbers and calculate the value for 2 reasons. One, this is going to take time. Second, you don't have calculator to calculate sine 15, isn't it? So this is not going to be easy. Now, so what's the idea? The idea, you have to talk, okay, I have to solve this equation. So to solve this equation, you have to have an idea where you substitute that. You have to use x for sine theta, okay? Although for this one, we're going to use substitution, but it's not a hard problems, okay? So that means 2x squared plus x, which is equal to 1. Do you guys follow what I'm doing here? I just change each sine theta by x. Are we good? Let me see if you guys are good. Just type 1 or 2 or whatever. Yes, so, or good. Now, to solve this one, 2x squared plus x, I have to move 1 to the other side. It's going to be -1, which is equal to 0. Now, I know I have to factor this one, and we've done that one. So do you see the problem is not that hard, but there is some details, so you have to be fast in this test, okay? So I know that I'm going to factor this into 2 brackets, okay? Since this is 2x squared, I know one of them is going to be 2x and the other is going to be x. Do you guys agree in this one? Because the product of these two is going to be 2x squared. Good. Since the constant is -1, do we know the other 2 values? We have 2 numbers where their product is -1. Both of them had to be 1. So both of them had to be 1. One of them is positive and the other is negative. Do you see that? How many ideas we're going to connect together? We analyze the problem. Now we're going to synthesize in all the ideas together. Now, which one is positive? Which one is the negative? Because their product is going to be -1. Since this is positive, this is going to be positive. This is going to be negative. Why? Because 2x times 1 is 2x, and x times -1 is negative x. So their sum is going to be x. Does this make sense? Are we good? Are we good? Good. Now this equation, now I can get x back because sine theta, because x is sine theta. So this equation can be written as 2 sine theta minus 1 times sine theta plus 1, which is equal to 0. Do you guys agree in this one? Yes? Because I'm done now. I have two brackets, their product is 0. Either the first one is 0, so that means 2 sine theta -1 is equal to 0, or the other bracket is 0, which is sine theta plus 1, which is 0. Okay, from this one here, I know that sine theta is going to be what? What's the value of sine theta? Can you guys tell me what's the sign of? It's 1/2. Good. So for this one is 1/2. For this one, sine theta is going to be -1. Good. Now, as you can see in this test, since there is no calculator, one thing you have to memorize is this table. This table here you have to memorize. Why? Because in this table, they usually go with these angles, okay? So now you have to look which one goes with sine is negative, sine is 1/2. Sine is 1/2 goes with 30, okay? Do you see it? So how about sine is -1? Sine -1 goes with 270. 270 is not even one of the choices. So the answer is going to be B. Okay? So I was fast in this one, but what I wanted to show you here is this. There are like some problems in this test where you have just to recall facts. Most of the test, you have to use information in a new situation. If you want to get higher score in this test, there are like some problems where you have to draw connections amongst ideas. Now, when I was doing this
Mr.
problem
Hassan,
here,
10 minutes.
no,
10 minutes.
I'm almost done. Almost
Oh,
done.
that's
Yeah.
going to be great. Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to get a higher score in this test, you have to learn these type of problems. So you have to pay attention for them. Like I was doing them like with many details, and if you can see, it's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, and I've done it with many details. These type of problems you have to study for them. Okay, you have to prepare for them. How? As we have said, you have to go through tajmi'at. Also, when you were working, you have to get like many skills of skipping many lines, many steps of doing a problem. There are like some skills we can skip many lines, okay? And this one can be done by good training and good preparing, okay? Are we good? Hopefully I've give you a good insight of this test. Mr. Muhammad?
Perfect. Thank you very much, Mr. Hassan. You made it much easier for me. I was concerned about the time, but mashallah alayk, you were very efficient. طيب.
Alhamdulillah.
Allah يعطيك العافية. طيب, now going forward, one of the questions that usually comes from the students is, how do I prepare for this test? How do I prepare for the SAAT test? Give me tips, give me resources. And this is what we will cover in this last 10-minute discussion, and then we're going to take your questions, inshallah. Okay? So one of the things that you need to look at is books. I strongly recommend, no matter how good the courses you attend, no matter how good you are in the subjects of the test, you really need to go through a good, well-written book. And these are honestly some of the best books out there. And we are, inshallah, intending in Leen to publish our own books in the near future. Bihawlillah, you will see Leen SAAT in Jarir bookstores in the near future. Bihawlillah. However, currently, if you want to prepare, and I strongly recommend These, particularly Zama, honestly, they are doing a very good job. يعني the last edition they did was really, really good. Okay. So this is as of books. And if you didn't buy your book yet, I strongly recommend you get your copy quickly because they do run out. يعني you will see that some students, they go maybe later and they don't get a book. They tell them that it's out of stock. So please get your book as soon as possible. The other thing that you can leverage, as Mr. Hassan said, is the tajmi'at. And I know tajmi'at is an Arabic word, so if you are not familiar with the term, tajmi'at means collections. You can think of it as test banks. These are questions that are either have come before in the test and people are aware of them, or these are questions that are about the same topics that come in the test. And in Lean, we have actually prepared tons of tajmi'at for you. And if you just join us in our Telegram group, I strongly recommend you do so because not only we will offer you tajmi'at, we will offer you other resources. For tajmi'at, let me show you just an example of our tajmi'at. Just a second. Yes, this is, for example, our physics tajmi'at. You will see here dozens of questions. Yani this full book, 28 pages, full of, this is free, by the way. Yani whatever here you will see is free. We will just give it to you in our Telegram. And we have a similar book for every subject. Yani this one is 28 pages, more than 100 questions. You will find a similar one for every one of the 4 subjects. But generally, look for credible tajmi'at. Don't just take any tajmi'at from any source. Again, we're talking about your future here. Right. The third source is, of course, the preparation guide that we have prepared for you. Preparation guide, I think, is a very good way for you to familiarize yourself deeper. It's a very short booklet, if you will. And a lot of what we are talking about here is available in the preparation guide. You will see here information about what the SAAT is, why is it important. You can see this is some of the topic we talked about. Okay. You will see more details about the test and some sample questions from every subject. This is again free for you to share with your friends if you want to pass to them. Also, we have a detailed preparation plan here, like when to take the test, when to take the courses and how long you study with the books, what to do, for example, to join a Telegram and so on and so forth. All of these are very quick. I think this will take you like 15 minutes to go through the whole thing, but I think it's really, really worth. And our team here in Markaz Leen made this free, but we really put so long time to prepare this guide for you guys. Okay. Another thing that we strongly recommend is to attend a course, a really good course. And we're proud here at Leen that we believe, one of the best courses out there, which is the Leen SAAT course. Why do we think this course is great? Here are some reasons why. First of all, we are accredited, يعني دوراتنا معتمدة, as they say. So as I said, the quality is vetted by 2 government organizations. We have our trainers' experience, as you have seen. Our colleague Hassan, Mr. Hassan, has more than 10 years of experience. Similarly, the other teachers we are so proud to work with. The question bank that we offer and the mock exams. In fact, I think our course has close to, if not more than 2,000 questions total. If you just take the course with us, you will go through 2,000 questions in all 4 subjects. Now, for those who register immediately, the course is, of course, is a live session. It's بث مباشر, as they say. But if you register immediately, you will get the recordings of the previous session or if the previous course, so that you can warm up and you can start early if you want. Yani, even though the course will start in a few weeks, you can start from now warming up or watching some of the old recording or previous recordings so that you can prepare early. You don't want to wait for a few more weeks. That's an option for you. Not only that, when you attend the course with us, we will keep the recordings of the course. Yani, you will attend live with us. We will record the sessions and we will keep the recorded available until the exam date. And you will continue to access the same course. And some students find this extremely useful. They tell you, well, come on, the course is 24 days. I cannot be sure that I will attend all 24 days. So they might skip a day or two. And then we share with them the links to the recordings so that they can catch up in their free time, especially if you are sick or you have test or obligation. And of course, we have complete manual and manuals. And I'll show you an example here of one of our manuals. This is, for example, the biology manual. This is just one course, one of the four. This is biology. And each manual will be delivered as this or as slides. You can take the slides also. And you will see literally, this manual is hundreds of pages and it has hundreds upon hundreds of questions. And we cover those in a very efficient way, alhamdulillah. This whole course is 6 days, the biology. Every course is 6 days. So our manuals are really carefully prepared and we are so proud of them, صراحة. طيب. Now, this is the promotional side of the talk. We want to invite you to, if you are interested, to attend our preparation course. It will be on starting February 26th, and it will be for 24 days. I know it's a lot of time, it's a long time, but as Mr. Hassan said, we are going to cover 3 years worth of material. In 4 subjects, scientific subjects, But with your collaboration, alhamdulillah, we will be able to do this. The course fees is 1,500, 1,500. However, we will give you just for a couple days, a discount of 10%, which will make the price 1,350. If you use this discount code in our website, leen.develop. If you just scan this QR code and go to the registration, if you are interested, just use this discount code so that you get this lower price. Please pay attention. This is LVS 25. I know that the S looks like 5, but it is LVS 25. Okay? Use this code. And if you have any problem during your registration, anytime, feel free to WhatsApp us. This is our official WhatsApp. You can WhatsApp us and we will be happy to help you. You can also use Tamara for Aqsad. Okay. Similarly, if you are interested in the GAT preparation course, this is the sister test. The GAT or Qudarat, we will have another course on March 3. The course fees here are 690. This is 10 days. And the discounted rate will be 600. Again, the discount will only be available for a couple days. So please try to act fast if you are interested. And if not, definitely, by all means, you can benefit from all our free resources. We will share these resources with you. Let me see if I missed something. I'm sure I opened multiple ones. So I showed you the preparation guide. This is going to be for free. I showed you the tajmi'at. These also will be for free. You will have tajmi'at for every course. We have also the study plan. And if you go to study from a book, we have also prepared. This is only 1 or 2 pages. Day by day, what to study when. We will also share this, inshallah, with you offline so that we can give you as much support as possible. Of course, Even our Telegram, which is obviously free, is very rich of material. So if you want to only take the free material, please, by all means, come, take them, benefit from them, ask us for more, share this with your friends. Perfect. If you want to take the full course also, by all means, we will be happy to support. Okay. Now, there are a lot of success stories, alhamdulillah, from Leen, where students, we always get these, alhamdulillah, responses. Students get very high score from attending our courses. This one, for example, got 96. This is legitimate, by the way. Sometimes people write us funny comments saying, are you really sure this is yours? Yes, these are our students, alhamdulillah, and we are so proud that we have helped them. This is one of the I'm not sure you can hear this, but
ما في صوت أستاذ محمد.
there is no sound. طيب, apologies, and I don't know why sometimes I fail in this sound issue. But yeah.
أستاذ محمد.
Apologies. Yes.
ارجع سوي مشاركة مرة ثانية في options share sound واختارها.
Okay. Let me then try this. يلا. Share sound. Okay. It looks like share sound is not activated in the stuff. It's all right. عشان الوقت, I really want to use the time to hear the students' questions and give them the chance to ask their questions. Apologies. This is just a testimony from one of the parents who had at least 2 or 3 of her children, alhamdulillah, taking GAT and SAT courses with us. We were so happy that, alhamdulillah, they all scored very high. Allahumma lakal hamd. A reminder to not delay your preparation. As you have seen, it's just a matter of couple months for you to prepare. Best advice is to join our Telegram group and to WhatsApp us. Anything you want to ask about, we will be more than happy to help you. Now, I will take your questions. So if you are interested in writing your question or raising your hand to ask a question, by all means. So until I see those who raise their hands, I'm gonna quickly read through some of these questions, and I will need your help, Mr. Hassan, to help me with these questions, please.
إن شاء الله.
Okay, where do I get the تجميعات from? From our Telegram account. You can go there and you will find them. What about the new version, SAAT SAAT? SAAT تجميعات are much bigger this year. So please, yes, if you can get the recent one, it's good. How can I join the تجميعات group? Just scan this code اللي موجود الآن. Okay. Are there تجميعات for GAT as well? Absolutely. But you will have to stay tuned, Ya Abdul Rahman. We are revising these تجميعات. Very shortly, you will get hundreds of free تجميعات from us. طيب, how can I, mashallah, everybody is asking about Telegram. هذا الكود يا جماعة, just scan it. Okay. هذا السؤال for you, Mr. Hassan. Can I study تجميعات only?
Okay, good question. Now, yes, you can study تجميعات by yourself, but the thing is, if you have enough time to go through all تجميعات, to make sure that you go through all the subjects, then good. But if you have a specific time, like from now to May, is going to be 3 to 3.5 months. It's not going to be easy for you by yourself to go through all these تجميعات. So the best thing is to have either a course or a good textbook or a specific تجميعات that have been said, this is good تجميعات. Okay, so not any تجميعات is going to be that good. So Mr. Muhammad have talked that they have تجميعات that have been reviewed and make sure it's good. So yes, you can go through تجميعات, but you have to pay attention that you have to have enough time to go through all تجميعات for 4 subjects.
But also, يعني, in addition to what you said, Mr. Hassan, I second what you said. the other preparation methods they have their own strengths. يعني for example, if you only take تجميعات, then okay, fine. But why not also join Telegram so that you have hundreds, maybe thousands of students who are going through the same preparation journey and they're interacting with you. They will be throwing some questions. You can ask them questions. And the benefits of attending a course also are very, very important, because let's face it, you don't fully remember and understand everything that went through in the secondary school. يعني the teacher will help you through interactive mode to revise and to understand the basics. These teachers know what to focus on in the curriculum, so they will give you a lot of hidden shortcuts in the courses. طيب, somebody is asking, should I take the تجميعات from 2023? Yeah, تجميعات or books from 2023 are fine, but if you take the recent ones, this is also good. Fahad is asking, is it on Lean as well, the verbal book? We have books for verbal and math for GAT, absolutely. Adana, is this for GAT or SAT? Everything we have shown here is offered for both GAT and SAT. يعني we have study plan for GAT, we have study plan for SAT, we have شو اسمه هذا اللي هو الجايد or الدليل for GAT and SAT and so on and so forth. طيب, Dareen, how many classes do we have? How many classes is your subject, Mr. Hassan?
We have 6 sessions for mathematics. Each session is 2.5 hours.
And for every class, for every subject, we have also 6 sessions. يعني we will have a total of 24 sessions for SAAT, of course.
And also, Mr. Muhammad, we have material that have been explained with recorded, so that you have extra material also have been explained. It's not in the live session, so you would have extra material. Also, you're going to have some exercises with their solution have been also recorded.
يعني we have additional recordings just to answer, just to go through تجميعات questions. هذه
Yes.
in addition to the 24.
Yes.
There are special recordings to go because we want to cover hundreds upon hundreds, actually more than, as I said, more than 2,000 questions. So we have to cover some of them in previously recorded sessions, in addition to the 24 live sessions. طيب, هنا there is a question from Hamza. Do you have a GAT course sooner than that? Hamza, if you register in the GAT course tonight, you can start it tonight. You can again see the recorded previous session, and then you can attend the live session when it comes in March 3. So you can have both benefits. Okay, someone have link to SAT biochemistry physics book? I don't know what this question is about. If you can repeat it, please.
Maybe he's asking like you've shown them a QR or something, so if you can repeat it back. Do you have
all the material that I have shown is available in our Telegram, and a lot of it will be shared through our WhatsApp group اليوم after we are done. Okay? And if we miss anything or you want additional information that we didn't share with you yet, please contact us and we will be happy to help. طيب, somebody is asking about when the courses will be. هذا الGAT will be March 3rd, and this is SAAT will be February 26th. So GAT March 3rd, and SAAT is February 26th. Okay. طيب, here Ahmed Al-Ghazal is asking, registration and exam dates are the same of English and Arabic تحصيلي or not? What do you think,
yes,
Mr. Hassan?
The same, yes, it's the same.
Exactly. So they are the same. In the portal there, in the website, make sure that you choose the English options. If they present you with English or Arabic, you go with the English options. طيب, we still have a couple more minutes for more questions. Oh, mashallah, you poured a lot of questions. Will you share the biology slides? We will share the slides are only for those who will attend the course, because we're talking about, seriously, the whole course. For those who will attend the course, they will get the biology, physics, math, chemistry, all the slides for the material. When will be the registration of the GAT and the exam time? The registration for the GAT, Mr. Hassan?
It's all year long. For the
Exactly.
computerized based test, you can register whenever there is a room to take the test. For the paper-based test, there is only one chance in December.
طيب, Nawara is asking, do you have the SAAT course in March? يعني Nawara, the course is almost in March. It's only a couple days in February. February is a short month. So only February 26, 27, 28. The rest of the course is entirely in March. Okay? So the course is mostly in March. What is RAM? ما أدري والله. Did we talk about RAM somewhere? طيب. Salwa, she is asking a nice question. Can you explain the study plan? طيب. Salwa, I will briefly go through this, and please do contact me later on if you had more questions. So this is our study plan, and this is done by Leen, by the way. Yani we did not copy this somewhere. We have actually spent long hours to prepare this study plan. The study plan focuses on preparing students who have different modes of preparation. Yani some students, they want to avail 60 days. Yeah, we call them the relaxed students. Some students, they only have 30 days. We call them the moderate. And there are some students who are the emergency mode, who will prepare for the test in 14 days only, which we don't recommend, but we know as a fact that a lot of students do this. طيب, how do we prepare? We prepare as such. We have laid out the topics of every material, of every course, physics, math, okay, chemistry, and biology. And then, if you want to take this one, the relaxed mode, we are telling you, put day number 1, 2, 3 to study the physics and mechanics topics. يعني what is physics, and then the mechanics topic. The energy topic, do it in day number 4. And states of matter, do it in day number 5, and so on and so forth. If you go through the entire preparation plan, you will finish in how many days? 60 days. The same thing we did for those who want to take the whole preparation in 30 days and then 14 days. You can see 14 days, they have to finish so many subjects in one day. So they will spend maybe 5-6 hours every day. I don't recommend this, guys, but just in case you find yourself there, we have something for you to follow. I hope this answers your question. We are so proud of this preparation plan. يعني it has been downloaded يعني literally hundreds of times, and students like it. طيب, can I still sign up for the course even after February? Yes, you can, Lulwa. Yes, you can. She says Ram was in the timing of the classes. والله ما أدري عندك. Ramadan. Okay, Ram is Ramadan. I'm sorry, I should have paid attention. Ramadan, my dear. Ram is Ramadan, because the course will start before Ramadan, and in Ramadan, it will be from 8:30 to 11. I am sorry, I should have paid attention to this. طيب. Yeah, sure, dear. Are we going to send the study plan in WhatsApp? I'm not sure صراحة what the team will share, but I really strongly recommend you guys, come on, just join the Telegram and get everything. In case my team does not send everything or send everything, you will get it from WhatsApp or Telegram. طيب, are the 2 attempts for SAT for 150 or each will be 150? Mr. Hassan, this is for you.
Sorry, what was the question?
الرسوم, the fees. الرسوم, the fees. How much should they pay?
They pay 100. If it's late, it's 150.
But is it for 1 attempt or 2 attempts?
1. So they have to pay twice.
So they will have to pay twice. If you register in the early registration period, you will have to pay 200, 100 each. if you pay late after the early registration, you will have to pay 150 for every attempt. طيب يا جماعة الخير, I've discussed يعني all the topics with you as much as possible. We tried to cover the questions that you asked. I'm sorry for taking يعني a couple minutes from you. You guys, please, if you have any questions, do contact us through WhatsApp. If you want to register in the SAAT preparation course, I strongly recommend you benefit from the code so that you get a good discount. This code is only available for a couple days, and then it will be out. Same thing for the GAT test, preparation test. You can attend the course with a 10% discount if you use the same code. Thank you very much for your time. I hope that we added value to you. Thank you, Mr. Hassan, for your valuable contribution as always, mashallah. We wish you all the best, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Salam.